If you were in the airport or another public place, an emergency happened, do you know where there might be emergency supplies? Do you know for sure where there are emergency supplies? If you're paying attention, often you'll see bleeding control kits, defibrillators, fire extinguishers. In the Seattle airport, I saw earthquake emergency supplies. I'm not 100% sure what all that cabinet contained, but it was labeled earthquake emergency supplies. So when you're paying attention, you notice these things. Welcome to Coffee with Alain. Appreciate everybody that joins. Drinking out of a Disney 2022 mug. It's one of the mugs that I got at Disney World a couple years ago when we were down there. Some of the memories from Facebook are popping up from that trip, which was 2 years ago this last week. So I thought I'd use that cup, one of the cups that I brought home from that trip. Hope everybody is having a fantastic weekend. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter yet, still got time before it goes out this evening. Sign up at enjoylifesafely.com. You can pick the 25 tips ebook. You can pick the Stay Safe in Our Crazy World ebook. Get either of those and you'll be on the newsletter list. Sign up for both of them. You'll get both ebooks. You'll get an awareness guide, some videos, and you'll still get the newsletter. So go to enjoylifesafely.com and do that. Friday, I headed out to Seattle to do some training at a hospital with Reflex Protect defensive spray. In the airport, I noticed in different locations, one location I noticed a fire extinguisher, a defibrillator, and a bleeding control kit. At a different location, I noticed those, but also some earthquake emergency supplies. Again, I'm not sure what was in that cabinet for the earthquake supplies, but it was a larger cabinet and it was labeled that. And these are spaced periodically throughout the airport. But when I've stopped and waiting for people to go by so I could take a clear picture of them, I was noticing people that their heads are in their phone, they're somewhere else, and they're not paying attention whatsoever. I wanted to do sort of like you see on the talk shows where they stop people on the streets. And I would have loved to have stopped people and said, if there was an emergency right now, where's the nearest fire extinguisher? Where's the nearest tourniquet? And have them, I have no idea. And then point behind them and say, right there, you're 5 feet from it or whatever. And I bet you I could have got a lot of people with that and had them just turned around and it's right there. And they would have never known. When I talk about situational awareness, and I just want you paying attention, not paranoid, but just be in tune with life and your surroundings and what's going on and how you're affecting your surroundings. You see the good stuff. You can enjoy the good things, but you also notice things like these emergency supplies. And I've seen them in the Seattle airport Friday. I've seen them in the Salt Lake airport. I've seen them in public buildings. I've seen them in schools, at college campuses. They're out and about all over the place if you're paying attention. You hope you never need them. But in an emergency, wouldn't it be great to know where they are? Wouldn't it be even better to know where they are and know how to use them? In my classes, a lot of times people have no clue about tourniquets. And tourniquets can save lives. Good to know how to use one. Good to have one in your car's emergency kit. Good to have one at home. Good to know how to use those that are available in those bleeding control kits in many public areas. So let's pay attention to the world around us, and we'll see those things that we hope we don't need. But boy, is it good to know where they are in an emergency. Want to say good morning to a couple people. Dixon is here. Good morning, Dixon. Dixon says, I thought I would be in flight, but boarding wasn't until right now, and our gate is right next to the President's Club where I'm at now. Well, I'm glad you could join, Dixon. Have safe travels and hope your trip goes well. Good morning, Lynn. Appreciate you being here. So it's good to see you here. And yes, Lynn says, yes, it makes a difference. So thank you, Lynn. That's just a little lesson that, I was thinking about when I walked through the airport, and I noticed these and I thought, how many other people are noticing them? Not very many. Some people probably were, but so many people I could have stopped and right beside those and asked people questions and then had them turn around and be surprised that they were standing next to life-saving equipment in an emergency, life-saving supplies that we don't want to use, but boy, when we need to, we want them available and we want to know how. Lynn says, have a great day. You have a great day too, Lynn. I'm actually going to sign off now. I hope everybody has a super Sunday. Make it a super Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow.